Back at it again, guys, making another video. And before we get to the car seat installation, I just want to say thank you to all new 200 plus subscribers that we just recently got within the last 7 days. If you're new to this channel and you haven't seen these videos yet, check out these down below. They'll be linked, and it'll be about our interaction with Wright Autoplex in Russellville, Arkansas, with this truck back here. And it's about how they treat their customers and what they did to me and my dad. Just go ahead and check them out. And for all the new subscribers, I just want to say thank you for subscribing, following along, and the support has been amazing from all you guys out there. We never expected that to happen, and we just wanted to show our appreciation. And we just encourage you guys to stick along, because we're going to be doing some modifications to this truck. Today we're doing the seat covers, and then we're going to be adding a leveling kit to it, and then we are going to be adding some new tires onto it. I have them right over here. So these are 33 by 1250s with the Vision rim, and we're going to try to fit them on there. They should only rub a little bit, but we'll see. If you guys want to stick along and see how this truck turns out, just stay subscribed or subscribe now, and we'll be coming out with new videos on that. Also with the truck dealership, stick around with that, because I don't know how that's going to end up turning out. We said that we're not going to be out there protesting physically anymore, but we're still going to be on social media trying to get the word out there, so future people won't be victims to their type of business that they conduct there. They're acting like fools in the comments in my videos, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been subscribed for me over the past 2.5 years, and the new ones that I've gotten from my Coyote video. That'll be linked down below too. This is what the thumbnail looks like, and we've gotten some new people from there that have stuck with us. So I just want to say we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and let's get on with the video with the car seat covers. All right, guys, we got the truck up in the shop now. So the seat covers that I went with, we went with Seat Covers Unlimited. With the van that I purchased, geez, about 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I bought seat covers from Seat Covers Unlimited. It was more of a neoprene though, so it's a little bit different than this, and they have been done awesome. They've held up, the stitching's held up awesome. It's keeping the stains off the seat. So I decided to go with them again. This time I went with a different material though. I went with 1000 Denier Polyester. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I think it's Denier, but it's a little bit tougher than what we went with in the van. And the thing I could say it's most closely relatable to is like a Carhartt jacket. It's pretty similar to that, but the stitching that these guys have is awesome. And the other seat covers we have, they haven't separated at all. They're standing up for all this time. And I went with the True Timber Camouflage, because what Chevy Silverado ain't complete without some camouflage in it. I have tan interior. Also just got these new WeatherTech floor mats to match. I decided to try to keep it close to that with a tannish color camouflage, because we have a lot of this red, tan clay out here, and I think that will stand up the best. It won't show as much with my kids and my dogs jumping in and out. So we'll see. I know these seat covers are going to be pretty tough to put in, because when I put them in there, it's a really tight fit, and it ends up coming out looking awesome. So one big warning that I want to say when you're ordering from Seat Covers Unlimited, they make two types of seat covers. One is like a generic loose fit, and then one is a custom fit. So these are custom, and they have a 0 return policy. So once you guys buy them, just make sure that it's exactly right, the ones that you need. And I haven't tried to put them in yet, obviously, so if they're messed up, we'll see what happens. Just a warning, once you buy them, you can't return them unless they're damaged or they didn't come out right. Then they're awesome with returning them, getting them back to you in time. Because when I first got some on that van, one of the stitching was a little bit loose, returned them, no questions asked, sent me a new one back. Awesome customer service, and couldn't be happier. So that's why they got me back, returning customer. About to put these in. I know it's going to be difficult. I think the easiest would probably be to take these bolts out right here and pull this whole back bench out, because I know these seats don't come forward in the 2014 to 2018, which this is what this is, a 2018. But hey, we're gonna try to do it the lazy way first, and I'm sure it's gonna be the longer way, because I'm probably gonna end up having to take them out. That's what we're working with. So in the instructions, it says that you're gonna need a box cutter and a flathead screwdriver. I know we're gonna have to cut the holes out to put in here, because they don't come pre-cut. So you just cut them, and then you're gonna tuck them up under there. Also, I ended up buying the full coverage package. They come in two different packages, limited and then full coverage. The full coverage gives you the covers on the headrest, and then it also comes with the covers for the center consoles. It'll also come with the cover on there. So that's what you're getting with the full coverage package. I think it's like it's It's like an extra $100 to get that just for some headrest covers, but I just wanted it all to match and come out right. When the box arrives, it came pretty fast. They said it was gonna take up to 2 months to get, and ended up coming in 2 weeks. My son just got his tonsils and got tubes in his ear, so he's trying to recover from that. He's not too happy right now. But they came way faster than they were supposed to, and that was awesome. I think they're out of either Arizona or New Jersey, and they come neatly packaged. I just took these top ones out, but they come neatly packaged like this. Shipping came fast, comes neatly, and we'll see if we have any issues as we're putting them in. So let's get on with the video. All right, so after looking at the car seats, they're gonna take little strings to tie up underneath. So to get in the back behind here, I think it's just gonna be easier to take out the seats. So it's gonna take a 18 socket, and you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and then it should just lift up and out of there. So I'm sure everybody's seen how to take nuts off before, so I don't think I need to record it. Once we get these out, we'll come back. All right, guys, so I finally got the chair out. Now, the biggest tip I could give you when you're taking this bench out, go into it completely way overconfident. Think it's only 4 bolts when it's really not. Buy the cheapest tool set you could get, fight it getting it out, and then have your wife have to come out and help you lift it out because it's all stuck together. And then in a short, easy 40 minutes to an hour, you can be nice and sweaty like me and have your bench out to make it nice and easy to put your car seat covers on. We'll see if it actually ends up helping me or not. I hope it does, because that was a lot of work. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bolts we had to undo. But hey, the bench is out now, nice and sweaty. Of course, the last 3 weeks it's been 50 degrees outside, 40 degrees outside. Now we got a storm coming in. It's nice and hot and humid. You can see my floor is sweating. But got the bench out, so I'm gonna try to figure out which seat covers go on there. But like I said, once you get all the bolts out, it lifts straight up and out. These little hooks right here, there's 3 hooks, go on the back, and you just lift it straight out of there, and it comes out. So let me go through, organize all this stuff, and we'll start on these back seats. We'll be back right in a second. Alrighty, so now that I sorted everything out, found what I needed. Of course, just gonna be easy and lift these straight out. Good old Chevy made it harder, so they don't just come straight out. When you guys go to take these out, they have these little pinholes right here on each side, and you have to use a paper clip. I had a small nail. You just stick them straight in, and then it's like spring loaded almost, and then they'll come right out. I'm gonna get all these on right now, and we'll come back after, and then I'll show you how to cut them, and then you tuck them up under here. So after going to war with his back bench, finally got the seat covers on. I'll go over in a minute how they go on and what it looks like underneath, but I gotta cut out these last 2 holes for the headrest. So when you buy them, they don't come with the holes cut, because there's a lot of play that they have in these seats, and really it's up to you for how good you want them to come out and how tight you want them to be, so they don't cut these holes for you. So what you wanna do is go to your toolbox, get the dullest box cutter you could get. They say to use scissors, but I got the dullest box cutter I have, and basically you're just gonna feel where the holes are at. Just punch straight through with it, lift it up so I don't cut my seat, and then you're gonna work it in. They say to make an X, but I've just been cutting it as I go. See, nice and dull, make your job harder, not as clean. So you're just gonna cut a hole and you're just gonna work it around the back of the plastic. So there's a lot of air that could be happening with you guys putting them in. It's all how good you want to do it. So there you go. Looks pretty good. Let's do this next one. I just find the hole, make it nice and tight. Lift it back up so I don't cut my chair. And you just work it around. And there you go. It is new. Nice and tight. That's one thing about these chair covers. They do have a really good tight fit. And there you go. Done with the back bench, besides having to put it back in. So it's 100% coverage, and really in reality it's not. With the centerpiece, you're still gonna have this exposed a little bit, and the tighter you make it, the more it's gonna pull, obviously. But I do know a lot of car seat covers don't have this option where you could still use this. They usually go straight across. So it's kind of nice. You could still have access to the cup holders. These are all independent of each other, so you can fold up the benches. That's really nice. The headrest covers, they just have Velcro on the back, so you just slide them over, make the Velcro nice and tight. The only thing I wish they added was if they put a strap across the middle right here, then you could get them real tight up under the bottom. So they kind of just like sit over the top. That's a little bit of a negative, but really not bad. They're not gonna go anywhere. For the rest of the seat, they give you these little strings to tie through the back. So they have these little anchor points, you just tie off of them, tie through to the other side, and that's how you get it to be tight. It comes down to you how tight you wanna make it. If you don't make it tight enough, it might not look as good. If you make it too tight, it's gonna crinkle like this, but I'd rather have it be tighter than looser. And then I think on the bottom of this one, they actually have straps, which I wish they did to all of them, would be nice. These 3 straps right here, you just clip them in and cinch them down. Way easier than the ropes. I don't know why they didn't do it to all of it. They only did it on this one, and the rest have the ropes all the way underneath that you gotta tie. I don't know if you can really see under there. My tip is tie the little strings on there before you go to put them on, because if you try to tie them on after, and then you're trying to get them to go in there tight, it's a little frustrating. So just pre-tie all the little strings that come in a bundle, and then when you go to put it on, it'll be nice and easy. We're gonna do the front ones next, and I'll come back in a second. I think these are gonna be a lot easier, hopefully. I was thinking everything was gonna be a lot easier than it was, but that's how everything is. Everything's harder than you think. So we'll be back in a second. So like what I was saying earlier, pre-tie them before. It'll make your life a lot easier than trying to tie them once they're on there. So you'll just see that they go to the opposite side, and then once it's on, you just tie it to it. Like in this seat, the driver's side had the little clips, which is really nice. I got that side all done. I don't know why they didn't just do it for the rest of them. I guess it just comes down to cost. It's cheaper to have it like this, but I would have paid a little bit more to have the clips, and then you just strap them down. Way easier. Let me finish this passenger side, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Be back in a second. I've got the front all done. Again, these are not the easiest to put in. A big tip I could give you is put the bottom ones in first, and then the back rest second, because this back piece ends up going over the back of the bottom one. So put these in second, put the seat bottoms in first, and make your life a lot easier. These seat headrests a little bit better than the back ones back there, because they angle down and they go over the front, so you get them like pretty tight. Again, with the Silverado, I don't know what it is. I guess there's an epidemic of people stealing headrests, but make sure that you have your little paper clip or your little nail to stick in there to get your headrest out, because it won't just come out on its own. You need to get that little spring off of there so it'll come out. But other than that, it looks really clean. These seat covers form to the chair pretty well. And then again, like the stitching I was saying is very tight. I didn't have any bad stitching or any tears in all the seat covers that I just put on. Really happy with it. Looks pretty decent. But yeah, you just tuck everything in here. All the straps go underneath, and then you tie them in the back there. And then it's pretty self-explanatory once you do it. It's just getting up under there and having to tie all of it is kind of frustrating, and it'll be as good as you make it. If you end up making everything loose and stuff, you're gonna have loose covers, but just take your time, do it good, and it'll come out right. These, I don't know. Oh, here's the nail I was using again. I don't really like this center cover. I don't know what they were thinking. They cheaped out on this, but they just have these little bungee cords, and then I ended up having one little rope left to tie them all together, and it just looks unfinished. They don't give you enough fabric to make it up underneath. In the back, you can kind of tuck it, but as soon as you open it, they come back out. But it is covering it well, so you can't get that scratched, but they needed to work on that a little bit more to make it look a little bit nicer. I'll just keep it on there for the time being, but I'll probably end up taking it off. But overall, I like these seat covers because you can see your buttons are still exposed. You can still use them. They're really tight fitting. They still form to the chairs. And what it comes down to now is just getting it back in here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Be back in a second. Woo-wee. All right, we're finally done. Got it in. All I gotta say is, Chevy, you need to work on this back seat. Holy cow, that is a pain to get in and out, but it's all done. So this is my little video on Seat Covers Unlimited, and I gotta say, you get what you pay for. It's definitely nice quality stitching. This is the True Timber in 1000 Denier, so it's like that Carhartt material. Overall, comes out really well. You do run into a few little weird areas like this that aren't covered, or this right here. This is probably the worst spot besides the little center console that doesn't work out too well. But overall, it's covered pretty well. You can see like right here, but the front seats are covered really well. And let me know what you guys think. If you think this is too redneck for this type of truck, or what you think. I like it. I think it works well with the dirt that I have around here, my dogs and everything, so it should hold up pretty well. I know our last seat covers did really well, and I think it goes along with the chocolate and the tan that we have going on in here. Not only that, it matches my Beretta Outlander pretty well. Almost looks exactly the same, so that's pretty cool. Didn't even think about that until after I bought them, and I was like, oh yeah, pretty close to the same. I'm happy with it. Good quality, keeps the same contour of the seats, and I like it. We'll see how the seat heaters work when it gets a little bit colder, but if you guys are thinking about putting these in, make sure you tell your wife that it's not gonna take that long. It'll be really easy. Get your crappiest tools that you have and really make it one to remember. Wait till it gets hot outside and deal with this all on your own. If you have two people, it'll probably be a lot easier passing the straps back and forth. By yourself, it's not impossible, it just takes a little bit longer, but just go slow, they'll come out right, and it'll look good. Keep your seats covered. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've never done like a little tutorial like that. That's the first one. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, because we're gonna be doing a lot of other stuff to this truck. Like I said, be putting the wheels on it and new rims, a little level kit and everything. Probably buy a Pulsar LT and see how all that stuff goes. So if you want to see this truck transform, keep following along. Just welcome to the channel. Leave a comment down below what you think about it. If you're new to the channel and you just want to introduce yourself, go ahead, leave a comment. I'd love to meet you guys and have you introduce yourselves to me. And I think that would be awesome. If you like it, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, and keep following along. And remember, one step at a time. How are you gonna get Fat Boy down now?
Good boy.